Well, on this hunt I'm at the top of a hill. I'm parked behind a barn just outside of a little courtyard area for a bunkhouse where we've got some reports of some hog activity. Now I've got a camera set up on this fence post that's going to be getting video of this area that you see here, so that my truck is hidden behind the barn from the activity where I expect the animals to be. Now this is just a view of the rest of the field. This is a absolutely beautiful property. I enjoy being out here. Look at the views. Coming around full circle, back to the truck. Alright, this is the view underneath the trees. There's definitely some damage under the trees. Some of this is going to be armadillo damaged. Little spiky triangular shaped holes. And there are a few spots like in the lower right hand corner that appear to be actual hog snuffles. So the hogs have definitely been here, but so too have been the armadillos. What's going to show up? Carpe Decipus. The first target of the night is an armadillo. And the weather tonight isn't going to be a problem. It is warm and the humidity is up. The winds are blowing towards me, but armadillos are not known to scent their threats, and so that's not going to be a problem. Tonight I'm going to be shooting a 6.5 Grendel with a 28-inch Liberty barrel. I'm going to be shooting Precision Firearms 130 grain Berger VLD-Hunting ammunition with a Meopta Optika 6 daylight scope that is mounted behind a Bearing Optics Hogster C clip-on. And that's the simulated view that you see, and I've got the Optika 6 zoomed in to about 2.8 magnification. Here we are at 55 yards. Here we go. And I was surprised to see the armadillo take off. That shot was not as straight down the body as I expected. Here's the view from the infrared finder that I have mounted up on the fence post. This is slow motion. This shot looks to be a little further back than expected, and so the armadillo is going to run, and I did not recover it. About an hour later, I didn't think there was going to be any more action. I had another armadillo come in. Got a deer off to the side. And while I go through some administrative tasks, I want to talk briefly about the adapters that can be used to mount the Hogster and the Yoder clip-on onto daylight scopes. This is a free-mounted optic. It is not touching the rail, and so when you order the scope, you can order it with the particular size mount you want for your scope, and if you want to put it on other scopes that are different sizes, you can order other mounts for it. If that doesn't work and you want to rail mount it, we have this adapter that will also allow it to adapt even though it may not line up exactly. Alright, here we are at 60 yards. Here we go. And that armadillo is down. As I walked out to inspect it, I spied another armadillo coming through the fence. Went back to the rifle. And there's the other armadillo. This is just, what, 4 minutes later? That's out there at about the same distance. First shot actually kills it. The second shot was unnecessary.
Alright, that second shot wasn't necessary and the deer isn't impressed.
And the deer's still back behind it. So I came away with 2 male armadillos for the evening. Now this next hunt is out of order. I'm actually returning to a property that Ben and I were on this last week, and that hunt will be coming up in the next video. I'm in this field. You can see it's about 260 yards wide by about almost 600 yards long, and I'm set up in the lower left hand corner, and I've got a hog that's going to come out about where this road is, head out into the middle of the field. I'm going to pick it up on the finder. I'm going to get out of the truck. I'm going to get a shot at the hog. It's going to run a short distance before finally collapsing. Now this is the view on the finder as it comes through the field. This is me leaning across the truck. You can see the image shake as I'm leaning to see if I can eyeball it, and then the image shakes again as I'm getting out of the truck to get on the rifle. The rifle is down amongst the hay bales about 10 yards behind where I'm actually seated in the truck as the hog walks off camera. In Carpe Sus, I'm now on the rifle. And where I was lined up was behind a hay bale, and my barrel would have been shooting through the top of the hay bale, so I had to move over slightly. That's the hay bale on the right hand side that was in the way. And the hog is slowly moving further and further away. figure it's out there about 200 yards. In reality, it's probably closer to 180. I'm going to aim on the top of it. That connects nicely. Runs a short distance, and he is down at 210 yards according to GPS. So this was at twilight, and the hog's out there at about 210 yards where the X is. And looking with the finder, there's the hog. Let me move over to that. And there's the hog in the distance.
Brass Catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery.
I thought he looked a little bit bigger, but this boar came in at 170 pounds. Of course, this shot is being eliminated with my Army Tech Wizard C2 Pro Max Lite. I'm going to be having a video coming up talking about its use very soon. And be sure to check out the next video when Ben and I will get on the sounder. Carpe sus, my friends.